What's going on? Welcome back. We are trading news once again. We are going to go for buys on GBP, JPY. Literally starting to screen record this right now. So we're about 1 hour into the trading session. There hasn't been that much signals available from the market to give us any indication that we should buy or we should sell up until this moment in time right now. So I have just entered a buy position on GBP JPY, as you can see on the screen. So let me explain this position for you guys. As usual, whenever we're trading GBP JPY, we want to mark out the previous high from the day before and our current support for today, which is over here. So price literally came to the previous high. We dropped a couple of pips. We supported this level over here, which then became our support for the day. After that, price shot towards the upside. It formed an inverse head and shoulders, if you want to call it that. Here we had our left shoulder, we had our head over here, then we had the right shoulder, and price tanked towards the downside. Unemployment claims news came out negative, which meant it makes sense for why price sold at this moment in time. However, we did have two more news events. We had core PPI, which came out positive, and we had PPI, which also came out positive. So those two positive news is probably going to outweigh that one negative news. Okay. So with that being said, I'm just going to quickly remove these drawings over here and jump into the lower time frame. So right now we're in the 15. Let's head into the 5-minute time frame and see basically what can happen next. I have a strong inkling that price is literally going to go from where it's at right now all the way to yesterday's high. So something like this. Okay, stop loss will be just below this area over here. We've got the positions loaded up and ready to go. So with that being said, as you can see, once the news did come out, we had a break towards the downside at 115. Price came back. The news was a bit iffy. Then at 135, we had sells towards the downside. And these sells was just literally grabbing liquidity, not once, not twice, but 3 times. So with me knowing this information now, what I do suspect from the markets is literally a big push towards the upside, like so. And with that big push being anticipated, I'm ready, loaded up with 1.5 lot here, as you can see on the screen. And the aim of the game now is to just hold these buys all the way to the take profit. So with that being said, I'm going to show you what's happening on the JPY basket. So currently the JPY basket is selling. So if the JPY basket is selling, that means GBP JPY should buy. Okay. So I'm literally on the 5-minute time frame at this moment in time, but I'm quickly going to dive into the 1 hour time frame so you can see exactly what's happening. So on the 1 hour time frame, we have made a new higher high. We've broken these level of structures. So I do think that price is most likely going to drop back down here to form a new higher low, so it can continue to push towards the upside. So if I'm expecting price to form a higher low on the JPY basket, technically that means GJ should buy towards the upside. So that's that. If I jump into 30-minute time frame, I can see clear sells happening right now as we speak on the JPY basket. If I go into the 15-minute time frame, everything is telling me what I need to know. We should be going for sells. On top of that, we could say maybe liquidity, whatever you guys want to call it, order blocks liquidity got grabbed over here. So now we could be selling. So my first potential target is down here. And if we do continue to sell, then obviously we're probably going to sell to this point in the market, as you can see. So we are currently selling on GJ, which means on JPY basket, which means GJ should be buying, guys. All right, so GJ should be buying as we speak. So right now it is buying, which is very, very good, very nice. So with that being said, let's jump into the 5-minute time frame. So yeah, same thing goes in the 5-minute time frame. As you can see, this was at 1:15. The news came out. Boom. we closed with this indecision candle. After the indecision candle, we had a big bullish candle. Then we have two tweezer tops over here. So with the two tweezer tops, it's kind of telling us price is probably going to reverse. As you can see, whenever you see these two candles inside the markets, price will go in the opposite direction. So while we wait for price to do its thing and play out, I'm just going to show you what I mean. As you can see, we saw the candles here. Price literally dropped. I'm not sure how the JPY basket pips work, but it dropped about, let's just say 70 pips. Yeah. Then what happened after that? We had the same tweezer tops, or I should say tweezer bottoms at this point. So we dropped from here. Now let's see how far that went. So we just do it in the opposite direction from here. We pushed about 80 pips, if you want to call it that. Yeah. So whenever you do see those type of candles inside the markets, it is a high chance that price will reverse and go in the opposite direction for, I can't tell you how long, but it will change direction for a few minutes or maybe a few hours or even a few days, depending on the time frame that you're on. Right now we're in the low time frame, so it is very, very iffy. So now, as you can see, again, we have this. Now as you can see again, we have the same thing all the way up here. So if I see that same thing happening again, guys, history always repeats itself. So I'm just going to draw something like this here and go from where it started, which is up here. So there is a high chance price could actually even fall all the way to this point right here. So that's what I think is going to happen next with GBP, JPY, guys. So I'm expecting sells on the JPY basket and buys on GBP, JPY. So with that being said, I'm going to open up GJ once more, go into full screen mode. And yeah, literally once we have a break above this area, a break and close above this area, we are smooth for buys. So if I see price literally push above this area, this is the 5-minute, I believe, push above this area and close, I know the next thing that's going to happen is sweet pushes towards the upside. So I'm going to go set my take profit now at those highs at 186.370. Okay. So that's where I'm going to set my take profits as we speak. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Okay. Connected to the headphones so you can't hear what I said. So yeah, this is the trade here. We are shooting for a nice 1:3. Okay, we are shooting for a nice 1:3. So we're going to let that be and see what happens next. All right. So that's that. Let the trade do its thing, and I will keep you guys updated once we're pushing P and once we're in some heavy bits of profit, guys. Okay, update, guys. About 2 hours later, we're still in this trade, believe it or not, and we are pushing P at the moment. We are nearly at 2,000 euro. The trade did actually push towards the downside. It would have taken me out of my stop loss. However, as you can see, this zone over here is just a nice zone of liquidity, whatever you guys want to call it. If I go to the 15-minute time frame, we can clearly see price is loving this area, and this is the support level I was talking about at the beginning of this clip or the beginning of this video. And yeah, so right now we are floating 2,000 euro. So I'm not going to let the emotions get the best. So we are going to close this trade. Bulk operations, close all trades. 2,000 done and dusted, my people. So yeah, that's basically how we do it on this side. Make sure you hit the link in bio to be a part of the winning team, and we have a major announcement coming very, very soon. Other than that, let there be peace in the Middle East, and let my brothers and sisters be safe.